What's up, my party people? It's your boy Darshaun Smith back again for another episode of the Positivity Hour, specifically episode 77, the consumer mindset versus the creator mindset. Okay, we're gonna be breaking this down today. I have a couple opinions on this, just because I'm a young, up and coming, newly 21-year-old person in this world, and a lot of these thoughts are going through my mind. So let me put you on some game. But of course, we'll do that after the intro. So let's roll it and let's get straight to it. Woo!
Ocean.
All right, now that the intro has rolled, if you don't know, I'm your host, Darshaun Smith, otherwise known as the Positivity God, on most social medias. Creator, founder of Darshaun Smith Productions, and exclusively known on this podcast as Big D. So, let's hop straight to it. Added a couple new things to my wall over here. Shout out to, some of our dispatch friends. You can't see it because I got a good lens, got the bokeh effect going. You can see the license plate clear, but everything else is blurry in the background, which is good. But it's there, and I got I made another CAN bus thing, outside of getting another CAN bus thing. For those who can't see, I picked something up. I'm on a roll. We have CAN bus rodeo tomorrow, the day you'll be listening to this, if you're listening to it on the first day it came out, which will be Sunday, June 26th. But yeah, overall been really good since the last time you've seen me. If you're not a regular listener or viewer to the podcast, I always start with, what they would say in The Giver is my feelings for the day. But at the same time, no, this is just like how I've been over this last week. So if I've been bad, I'll tell you, I've been bad, because that's probably what this episode's going to talk about. But no, I've been all right. I've just been contemplating a lot of different things and working through problems here and there, which has ultimately led me to the title of this video, or this title of this podcast episode you're listening to, depending on where you're viewing this media, is the consumer mindset versus the creator mindset, and how that impacts how we think, how that impacts how we interact with one another, and how that changes our way of thinking, in terms of just like how we view ourselves, our free time, and the effort and the willpower that we are willing to put forth towards certain things. It must be said, most people in this world are consumers, okay, especially here in America. I think we are amongst some of the most highest consuming people in the history of the world ever. Even if you are in poverty or something like that, every house, apartment, whatever it calls, comes with a refrigerator, for example, and things of that nature, and it's something so simple we don't think about. And I was talking with someone this last week, and we were just contemplating some thoughts and just really mulling over some things, and just saying, even the poorest people here in America, even if they're homeless, they still in some cases may be living a better life than some people in other countries. So how does that all relate to the consumer mindset versus the creator mindset, is what you're asking me right now. But I'm gonna tell you, I say all that to say, let's hop straight into this, and I'm gonna explain why. So I'm not gonna have any like textbook definitions or anything during this. This will be, like I said, in these podcasts, so I can get canceled on my own right, or just not get canceled because I'm not using and pushing someone else's knowledge or medium or whatever you want to say. I just speak from my own experience. Like I said, this last week, this has been, heavy on my mind. So it's only right that I like talk about it, because, I am currently, I was born a consumer, and I'm trying to, I like to say I try to move towards the creator, but like I have over 100 vlogs on YouTube. I have like 40 Darshaun's commentaries on YouTube. I have now 77 podcasts that hundreds of people have listened to. So I'm not like step one on the creator mindset, but I'm still working towards that entrepreneurial type thing where you kill what you eat type thing. I'm not out here looking for handouts or to be entertained by others. I'm entertaining. I'm not out here just trying to be educated by others. I'm dropping my own wisdom, because I'm young, but I have experienced things in life, and if I could share them, I would like to. So yeah, we'll start. I have no real structure for this video, so I'm gonna keep this one under 20 minutes though, because I want y'all to get this information in a nice, concise way. We're gonna start with the consumer mindset though. So like obviously, the consumer mindset is some of the things I was just talking about. But if you need more specific examples, or you need something that is me pointing it out to you just a little bit more, the consumer mindset can be summed up in the whole lifestyle in which you live, in which you in essence just purely consume, whether it be literal food and water and other things, or it could be information in terms of things that are good and bad, ideologies, red pill, blue pill talk, things of this nature, pan-Africanism, that's another one. It's the whole it's the whole nature versus nurture debate. We are all a product of what we have learned and been programmed to think and see in the world and treat others and such like that. And the difference between like that, I say all that to say that like things of this nature, like learning from others and intaking from others and seeking others and stuff, that's more in line with the consumer mindset. I'm not saying that some of the things that are found in the consumer realm are not in the creator realm, but in the consumer realm where you're just simply physically there intaking, the creator realm, or the creator mindset in this case, is you talking about your experiences or educating others or pushing your own narrative into the world, whether that be starting your own business and helping people, nonprofits, helping people, NGO. It could be like I said, the podcast, the YouTube that people want to watch, that they consume. It could be the food they eat. It could be the grocery store they shop at. It is the consumer versus the creator. It is the eat or be eaten. Okay, there's many different ways of saying it, and I'm not saying that one is better than the other. To each their own. What I'm saying. What I am saying though, that there is a difference between the two. I don't know if it's clear per se, but depending on where you want to get to in life, means like which one you'll have to fall more under is what I'm saying. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said at the top of this episode, a couple minutes ago, I grew up, just in Iowa, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and yeah, like most people, normal people. I'd say normal with air quotes because normal just means most people, so it's a very interchangeable term for me. But like most people, I was saying, you start as a consumer, whether that be learning things in school and just taking it at face value. You go to school, you go to get your diploma at high school, you get your college degree, you go work for 40 years, you go work until you get retirement and you die. The consumer mindset is definitely more in line with normal, which does work. There's to some degree, there's a reason most people like Buzz Lightyear here like do what they do, it because there's a method to the madness. There's safety in the pack. Yes, not everyone's gonna make it, and that is the thing we often do forget. But just because the herd immunity, safety in the pack, things of that nature. But one thing is for sure, enough people make it consistently in which most people think that that's the way they need to go. And if you want to be something in this world that is more than normal, the only other real option in which I can see you maneuvering is to the creator side of things. So that's the not taking things at face value. That's the seeking to learn the knowledge in which you did not, be privileged enough to learn, whether that be financial literacy or, tactics to become financially free, whether that be topics on, electrical engineering, rocket science, whatever it may be. Fill in your own niche. It's the whole sit there and be taught versus I'm gonna go get it for myself. It is the consumer versus the creator. Okay, And like I said, I've been having this conversation with myself both internally and, writing it down both on physical paper and on my digital tablet, as well as typing it in the book in which I want to make for myself this summer. Maybe if I'm feeling pizzazzy, I'll publish it, just because I want to publish things. And, like I said, it's good to have that because I'm trying to be a social scientist one day in the future and be a creator of the solutions to problems in the world. I just, have come to terms with it. Maybe now is not the time for Darshaun. If that is next year, that's next year. If that's 20 years from now, well, shoot, I can always go back to school. But the world is changing. We're about to go into a recession. The U.S. is kind of going down the drain, and this is a great time for change, is what I'm saying. And that's something that's made the whole talk between the consumer mindset versus the creator mindset be so, prevalent, as of recent is because, I've decided to, separate myself from others, who aren't, on progressive thoughts. And I don't mean just like politically. I mean just like, leveling up to become financially free type things. People who align more in the creator mindset in which, they got to do what they got to do to get to where they want to get, and I'm pretty sure if you've watched any of these episodes before, you've gotten some sense of the whole thing I'm about to say now, in which I'm trying to be a 1%er. And I don't mean just financially speaking. I want to be, in the 1% of education. I want to be in the 1% of zip codes. I want to be in the 1% of finances. Yes. But I want to be in the 1% of just the helping people, also. I don't want to be one of those black people that just get money and then be scared to help other black people because it's going to hurt my bread. You know what I'm saying? I want to get rich to make other people rich, black, white, brown, purple, you know what I'm saying? All people, I'm a firm believer. And yes, you can't bring everyone, and I don't believe in no full handout, because as Moneybagg Yo and or Gucci Mane or someone said in a song I was listening to today, you can give someone a handout where they're on the goal line, they fumble and still blame you for not doing enough. So I don't want to give no free handouts. I'm not gonna give you the fish you need to survive, but I'll teach you how to fish. And that's taking. Literally, the last 5 minutes, you were like, where's Darshaun going with this? Did you hear what I just said? Okay. It is a goal of mine to not just give you the fish. It is a goal of mine to teach you how to fish. Okay. It is literally in my power, in my existence, in which I am slowly but surely working towards a way to take you listening or watching this, pick you up from the consumer side of things and take you to the creator side of things. Okay. If I just give you fish when you're hungry, you're going to become reliant. Okay. You're going to become down bad. You're going to become something that is dependent on something else you can't control, meaning you live in the matrix. Okay. And it's time to wake up, y'all. I'm not sure if you are scared of what our world is becoming, or if you are just aware enough of what's happening in our world in which you are concerned, about you and your own, you, your friends, your family, your future generations. I know I sure am. I go to sleep and I wake up. I've woke up at 3:30 every morning this week, doing something to upgrade it. It's not what I wanted to do. And I will admit that this week was not the week I had envisioned it to be. I'm not gonna lie though, I still made a lot of money, but still, I'm trying to, there's so many things, I'm trying to do. And as I move from the consumer mindset to the creator mindset, as I teach myself how to fish or learn how to fish from others who aren't just, telling me, hey, buy this stock, sell it there. Here's how I figured it out. So you can plan and mitigate risk in this way. Here's how you do this tax exchange form so you can, defer tax until the day you die. And then conveniently, since you're never even going to sell it in the first place, you're not going to pay capital gains tax, things of that nature. It's it's all connected. Everything I'm talking about right now is can be summed up as life. Okay, it's that simple. Literally, I'm talking about our existence on this world, in conversation with one another, in existence with one another. I'm talking about simple life things. Okay, there are two types of people in this world. Okay, you got your, like I said, you got the eat or be eat. You got the fight or flight. Okay, you got the yin or yang. Okay, as they say. You got your one of them ones, as it says on this face mask from Mr. Organic, a true inspiration, to the kid. This face mask was $70. I support this, man. I paid $70 for a face mask I wore once. Whether that be the black-owned company Spring Break. These are both people trying to level up and become creators, but not only become creators. They're laying blueprints, on how to move over from the consumer mindset. I don't actually know how I was going to link that one in. I kind of went off on a tangent right there. But I say all that to say, long story short, y'all, your time is running out. Now, I don't know. You see the gas prices, they're expensive here in America, but I hear they're even more expensive in Europe. I know I got some viewers there. I got some viewers in Africa, we see people trying to level up. But I was watching TED Talks the other day that, vividly explain that, when my brothers and sisters in the African continent, level up, they come to places like America and they don't build up, Africa itself. Now we got like Chinese people taking over. Some people would say there's nothing wrong with that. Investment is investment. But if you can't invest in yourself, what's the point? I don't know. This is really going on a side tangent here, but it's still proving the point that the consumer mindset versus the creator mindset is a serious thing, in which ultimately at the end of the day, you have agency in how you wish to use it. You can decide that today I'm just gonna wake up and I'm not gonna do those push-ups that I said I was gonna do, and I'm not gonna go on that run I said I would do, and I'm not gonna try to it's the weekend currently and I'm not gonna stay disciplined. I'm not going to live the life I want to live or actively work towards that. Instead, I'm just gonna stay in the crib all day and watch Netflix. I'm gonna stay in the crib all day and drink some alcohol because my life during the week is stressful. Whatever it may be. I'm saying, like as the example I used, the weekend is your time to change. Okay, it's the time in which you have more free time in your life, and you could do two things. Okay, if you want to move from the consumer mindset to the creator mindset, it's gonna be hard work. And I've noticed that. I had said jokingly to someone like a week ago, I work 110 hours a week. And when I was hanging out with a friend I haven't seen in a couple months, we were going over some numbers, and I was like, yeah, if you sleep 8 hours a day for 7 days, that's like what, 52, 56 hours or something like that. I forget the exact number. It's in the 50s, which means you are actively awake for 112 hours in a week. If you sleep 8 hours, and I never sleep 8 hours. 6 is the max. So I get an extra, 14 hours in the day, meaning there are 112 hours left outside of the ones you would get if you slept 8 hours a day. Meaning, objectively speaking, my assessment that I work 110 hours a week is not a false statement. And it's not always working at Canvas as it can be seen up there. Sometimes it's working on my podcast, in which I'm doing now. Sometimes it's working on my YouTube channel. Sometimes it's working on my production company. Sometimes it's working on my book that I would like to publish. Sometimes it's working on my clothing company. Sometimes it's on my learning how to, invest in the stock market, and sometimes it's about learning about, cryptocurrencies and gold and silver and real estate and laundromats and ways to move from a paycheck to paycheck life to one in which you eat what you kill. It's a way to move from the consumer mindset to the creator mindset. I'm gonna end it with this, since we're approaching the 20-minute mark. I quote a lot of people, okay, and I'm not gonna quote this person today because I have no clue legitimately what they actually said, but I'm gonna paraphrase it for at least like how I remembered what they said. Okay. And this is the one thing that's really kept me going when I've worked 14 hours in the day and I'm burnt. I mean, I want to lay in bed all day tomorrow and I don't want to do anything, but I know darn well I'm gonna get up and work another 10 hours the next day, you know. If you want to be average, your life will be easy. You'll wake up, you'll go to work for a little bit, you'll have your fun with your friends on the weekend, you'll get to indulge in the finer side of things, chocolates, bad foods, fast foods, drinks, things of that nature, but you will be average. Most people, why do you want to be that? If you want to live the life you want to live, you're going to sacrifice things. You're going to not have friends. You're going to decline to go to parties. You're going to not make time for people that you otherwise probably would have. You are going to prioritize yourself and meeting your own goals, dreams, and aspirations so you can make it sooner rather than later. And then you can turn around and be like, I'm successful. Here's a hand up. Let's not be crabs in a barrel. Okay. Like I said, that was me paraphrasing. I'm not sure if I got that right, Andrew Tate, but I wasn't quoting you in the first place. So, yeah. So with all that being said, the consumer mindset versus the creator mindset, how to move from one to another. Okay. That is not what the title is, but that's how I'm ending this. So with all that being said, I definitely think I need to get some people's opinions on this one. I'm going to be going on my brother's podcast again here soon. So I definitely want to get his take on the consumer mindset versus the creator mindset, being that, he just, him and his gang, Let's Start New Wealth LLC down in Texas, just, placed their third vending machine in a music lesson place or something like that. I'll have to read up on the details again, but yeah, I just saw that today on Instagram. So shout out to you, bro. Go off, follow his podcast too. I'll keep it linked in the description from now on, and let's level up. So, with all that being said, this is the end of the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, or end of the audio podcast too. Leave a rating, honest rating. If you think this was a 1 out of 5, give me that. If you think this was a 5 out of 5, give me that. I just want you to stay positive or try your best, share, comment, response of some kind, or don't report me if you feel so inclined. I want you to you have complete agency over your life. That's what the lesson of today's podcast episode was about. You have agency and you can choose to be a consumer or you can choose to be the creator. And with that being said, it's been real. This has been the Positivity Hour, episode 77. I'm your host, Darshaun Smith, otherwise known as the Positivity God on most social medias, creator of Darshaun Smith Productions, and yeah, exclusively known on this podcast as Big D. Until next time, y'all. See you around and get the bread. Woo! Bonk. The podcast is still recording. Stop.